If you want to learn how to L-sit with or without parallettes, in this video I'm going to be showing you how I was able to do it from not even being able to hold an L-sit for 1 second to being able to hold it for over 5 seconds right now. So the first thing that I want to start off with is actually your strength in your wrists. For me, my strength in my wrist was very weak, and this was limiting the amount that I could hold an L-sit for. So I did a couple of exercises that really helped me out with my wrists. So first of all, stretching your wrists, okay? So this can be in the morning or when you're about to go for your exercise or trying to hit L-sits. Stretch out your wrists too. So I like to put my wrists like right straight from like where my shoulders are, and I'm just gonna lean forward a little bit and lean side to side. So you're gonna feel a little bit of a stretch in your wrist too, and that's also gonna strengthen them out, okay? And after you loosen up your wrists, then start to put some more pressure on them. So you can start to do frog poses, like hold them just for a little bit and start to like really put pressure onto your wrist too. And this is gonna strengthen this whole area out, because really, if you think about an L-sit, you're putting a lot of pressure in this area, and if it's weak, then you're not gonna be able to hold yourself up really strong. So really like put the pressure onto your wrists, okay, and start to like lift yourself, okay, because this is going to train your body to know what it feels like to put your whole body weight on your arms. Like you're not really holding on anything, you're just pushing straight from this area, okay? So after I got that strengthened out, the weakest point after that was now my core. So there's only like one exercise that really helped me out to really master out the L-sit. So I would start over here seated, and these are called seated leg raises. And you're gonna put your hands like a little bit away from your body. If you want it to be easier, move it closer to your body, okay? But for me, I'm a little bit more like advanced in this movement, so I'm gonna move them a little bit further away from my body, and I'm just gonna lift my legs up just like that, okay? And you see that is really resembling that L-sit motion, because your core is gonna be compressed and you're lifting your legs up like towards your head. So lift it up towards the air. If you want an easier motion, this is how it looks. So my hands are like next to my body, and I'm gonna lift them up from here. You see? But the further away you go, the harder it gets, and the better motion it is to hold an L-sit, okay? And if lifting up both legs is too hard for you, you can just do the single leg ones. So you just go 1, 2, 1, 2, and then once you get good at that, then you can move on to the double leg raises too, okay? So after you practice that and you get good at that, one thing that can help you out too is doing them on a wall. So leg raises, you can do them on a wall, and you can also support your weight on your hands while you do it. So this is like an assisted L-sit. So my hands are gonna be close to my body. My feet are gonna be on the wall right here. And I'm just gonna lift myself up, all right? So nothing is on the ground, and I'm practicing that L-sit motion. So just holding this for around 3 seconds, 5 seconds, it's gonna get you trained for that L-sit motion. So that's how you practice that. And now onto like, once you graduate from that and you're ready to progress onto the actual L-sit motion, your posture matters a lot. And the way how I get myself set up to do an L-sit is to first of all sit like straight up. Like I keep my back straight, put my legs straight out in front of me. And then now what I do is I actually lean forward a little bit so my core is already braced, and I don't need to do any more bracing from this pose right here. So I tilt my body a little bit more forward, and then from here I find where my center of gravity is, and then I put my hands there so that I can easily lift myself up, okay? So this is like a good position right here, but my feet are still on the ground. And once you get here, then the only thing you need to do is just like tilt yourself back a little bit, and your legs are gonna lift up with you, okay? And the most important thing in this action right here is to keep your core braced, okay? You don't want your core to be loose and then your legs stay on the ground. The thing that's gonna lift my legs up from the ground right now is because my core is braced and I'm not letting it be loose. So just again, tilt forward. You see my shoulders are a little bit forward. I'm finding where my center of gravity is, keeping my core braced, and I'm just gonna point out my feet. You don't really need to point out your feet, but it looks cooler when you point out your feet. So I point out my feet. All right, everything is tight. And then now just lift up. That's how you do an L sit.